Okay.
Miriam, thanks so much for agreeing to have a chat to me and share your experience with the Stone Soup readers about your experience with the Stone Soup Virtual Cookery School. Just quickly, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I live in Canada. I'm in my 60s. I'm a widow. And I'm lucky enough to have my eldest daughter living with me now. So I usually get to cook for 2 people instead of 1.
Nice.
I have a lot of things to do in my day, so I don't like to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. And using what I've learned from you, I'm able to reduce the amount of time I spend and still get a healthy meal on the table.
Great. And do you have any special dietary requirements?
Well, I do, actually. We have a fairly complicated dietary requirement in our house. I have diabetes, so I have special requirements for that. And my daughter is sensitive to gluten, we discovered. So about a year ago, we decided to eat gluten and dairy-free as well as stick to low-carb choices.
Right.
It certainly helped my glucose levels, and my daughter has noticed a distinct reduction in joint pains and aches and things like that, and we've lost weight.
Great. So it's been a win-win for everything.
That's right. But, it's not easy planning meals with those restrictions. Looking for recipes on the net and things like that. It's one of the things I really love about your recipes is all the variations you offer. Because that lets me look at a recipe and say, well, I couldn't eat that. Oh, wait a minute, I could do this instead. And and that's really helpful.
Oh, I'm glad you're finding that helpful, Miriam. So, can you tell me a little bit about other ways you've benefited from taking classes at the Stone Soup Virtual Cookery School?
Well, I thought about that, and I realized I probably can't name exactly what I've learned from your courses, but I know this. My cooking is simpler and better than it was a year ago when I signed up with you.
Great.
I know that some things stand out, like the list of spices you gave us and said this goes with this. Oh, what a joy to have to not think that thing through. And the idea of not having to keep reinventing the wheel. And, if this works with it, why not use it? And here's what the traditional combinations are. That was really helpful because it's not something that I'm good at.
Right.
And the other thing, I really liked your system of paying. I liked paying for the year and then not worrying about it, so I didn't have to go through the, should I take this one or not debate.
Right, so you get all the classes all at once. That was helpful for you.
Yeah, that was very helpful. And I also liked that each class was kind of focused, like the Solve Your Dinner Dilemma or the 2-minute meal planner. Those things were like really focused learning for me. And I learn better when it's really a narrow topic. So I appreciate that it wasn't all over the map.
Okay, that's awesome, Miriam. And so would you recommend classes to your friends or family?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't care what kind of cook you are, how much experience you have. I mean, I raised a family. I've spent many years in the kitchen, but I still have lots to learn. And I don't consider myself a natural cook. There's things I know how to make, and I make them really well. So people say, oh, you're such a great cook. But in truth, I only know how to make half a dozen things. I just keep recycling them. And I've learned by being with you, I've started to experiment outside that box. And that's been really helpful.
Oh, that's you've made me really happy, Miriam. I'm glad to hear that we've got you experimenting.
Absolutely. I even invented a salad the other day. I was so pleased with myself.
Wow.
I shredded some hard vegetables that I had because I saw this idea and I thought, well, I can't do that. I don't have those ingredients. But I had different ingredients and I made a different dressing and I made it and it was similar. But I wouldn't have done that before.
But it was your own thing. That's awesome.
Yeah. Outside the recipe box.
Yay, I love it, Miriam. Great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat, Miriam. I really appreciate it. And you enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, you too.